swim meet, the 2021 Olympus Aquatics Summer Splash. It's good to be back here at Olympus Aquatics with, I think it's the first swim meet, USA swim meet that we've had since COVID. So it's good to be back here at the pool. It's good to see everybody here. Currently the pool is open for warm-ups. Lane 2 and lane 5 are open for dive starts. We will be clearing the pool at 3:55. At 3:55, we'll take care of getting everybody in the right place, and we should be good for an on-time start at 4 o'clock.
I'd like to welcome everyone out here this afternoon. My name is Studio. We are approximately 9 minutes away from the start of the meeting. Here to see shout us out, shout it. Different. We got here about 5 minutes from the start of the meeting.
Swimmers and coaches, in 2 minutes we will be clearing the pool. That's at 3:55. We will be clearing the pool and getting ready for an on-time Aquatics Summer Splash. It's great to see everybody out here. We're excited to get this swim meet started. In about a minute, we'll start with singing our national anthem. I will then do a timer check to make sure everybody's in the proper place. And we should be ready to get this meet started. Swimmers, coaches, parents, officials, if we can all stand for our national anthem. Olympus Aquatics Summer Splash. I want to do a quick timer check, make sure all the timers are in the proper lanes. Can I get lane number one?
We are live here. We just did our
number two timers.
National anthem here. We're just a few minutes away from the start.
Lane 4, lane 5, and
Thanks for joining along here. For those of you who are watching,
all the timers are in position.
Someone chimes in there, make sure the image quality and audio quality is great. We'll be ready to get going here.
And swimming in the first event of the night, in event number 1 is mixed 10 and under 25-yard backstroke. There will be two heats.
First event of the afternoon is going to be the number 1 mixed 10 and under 25-yard backstroke. In lane 2, Ava Siegler. Lane 3, Isla Woodbury. And in lane 4, Rachel Wilkinson. Amelia, you bring that right to the edge of the table. Amelia, our swimmers are down there, so change to where they're starting from. This is 1 length of the pool backstroke. Again, in lane 2, Ava Cedarloam. Lane 3, Isla Woodbury. And in lane 4, Rachel Wilkinson. Off in lane number 4, Rachel Wilkinson with the lead over Isla. They're going to have a little sprint to the wall here. Come in, and Isla's going to finish here in first place with a time of 22:70. 23:85, and a soft touch in lane 2. Stops it at 32:44. That time will be adjusted. Up next, heat number 2. Henry Astle in lane 2, Ellie Sear in lane 3. Lane 4, Jack Frank, and in lane 5, Reed Wecker, and they are off. 1 length of the pool and off to a quick start. Ellie Sear. Coming in here, and it's going to be Ellie to the wall first with a time of 20.50. We're going to go to event number 2 now, which is we're going to use the entire pool here. In this lane, we have Isaac Woodbury in lane 2, Rex Van Klooster in lane 3, and Miles Woodbury. A battle of the berries in lane 4. Coming into the wall in lane number 2, that's Rex Van Klooster, followed by, that's in lane number 2, that's Isaac Woodbury, followed by his brother Miles in lane 4. Rex Van Klooster finishes in 3rd place. Up next, in heat number 2, we've got Beatrice Stoltz. Lane 2, Becca Jackson. Lane 3, Catherine LeBaron. Lane 4, Austin McGee. And in lane 5, Bradley Johnson. Quick start, checking over his shoulder in lane number 4. That's Austin McGee checking to see where everybody is on this 50-yard breaststroke. Coming in the wall, in lane 4 with a time of 40:52. That's Austin McGee. In the water, heat number 3, Emmy Wardle in lane 1. In lane 2, Lucas Wu. Lane 3, Marla's Roswasser. Lane 4, Jeffrey Wilkinson. Lane 5, Lucia Jeffries. And in lane 6, Caroline York. Coming in on this 50-yard breaststroke, it's going to be in lane number 5, Lucia Jeffries with the win. Taken in second place, 47-48, is Emmy Wardle. In lane third place, it's going to be in lane 4, Jeffrey Wilkinson. Up next, we have heat number 4. In lane 1, Ellie Sear. Lane 2, Charlotte Sear. Battle of the Sears. Lane 3 is empty. Lane 4, Zachary Kitt. Lane 5, Matthew Goach. And in lane 6, Henrik Rochwasser. The swimmer starting to come up. First up out of the water with his goggles down around his neck. In lane number 6, Henrik Rochwasser. Coming in, here comes Henrik, still with the lead. Goggles around his eyes, or down around his neck, not around his eyes. Coming through, it's going to be Henrik in lane 6 with the dub here in heat number 4. He's going to go 46.96, followed in second place closely at the 48.01 in lane 2. Charlotte Sear in lane 3 is finished with a 48.46. Again, close there in lane number 5, Matthew Goach. Heat number 5 coming up of the 50-yard breaststroke. Next is Hannah Flake in lane 1. Easton Hansen in lane 2. Tyler Sink in 3. Chloe Whitehead in 4. Annie Kitt in 5. And Quinn Hansen in lane 6. They're off in the middle of the pool. The seed starting to pay off here a little bit. We've got Tyler Sink and Chloe Whitehead going head-to-head. That's Chloe Whitehead coming off the wall. But Tyler has a great turn with a half a body length lead coming through here. Tyler coming in a battle for third place here. Quinn Hansen in lane number 6 here of heat number 5 are going to come in, and it's going to be Tyler Sink with a time of 40.76 with a nice drop there, a 3-second drop for Tyler. Chloe Whitehead entered at 44.28, goes to 41.34. Good drops all along. Last chance meet here as we're getting ready for our long course state championships coming up in the next few days. Coming up next is heat number 6, though. In lane 1, Rob Miller. Lane 2, Will Jones. Lane 3, Jack Saber. Lane 4, Luke Garstang. Lane 5, Ava Hansen. And lane 6, Jaden Liu. In lane number 2, Will Jones. Up and out, being challenged in lane number 4 by Luke Garstang. Both of these athletes turning into the big kids of this program, growing up through the OA system here. Luke Garstang reaching here. It's going to come down to touches here between Luke and Will. This time it's going to get Luke with a time of 30.71. Will Jones comes in second at a time of 30.99, just a few seconds behind. Third place finished in lane number 1, Rob Miller, the time of 36.12. Up next, we have event number 3, the 5 and over 100-yard butterfly. We have 4 heats of the 100-yard butterfly. In heat number 1, we have in lane 2, Addison Baker. Lane 3, Justin Tao. Lane 4, Porter Emery. And in lane 5, Evan McPhee. Halfway through the second length here in lane number 5, Evan McPhee. With an early lead, still holding on to that, about a body length lead here for Evan. Followed in second place in lane number 3, Justin Tao. In third place, coming up, Porter Emery here, splitting the difference in lane number 4. finishing up her 100-yard freestyle in lane number 5 with soft touch. Hasn't had a time come up. It's going to adjust from what it is right now. I'm assuming, yeah, there's going to be some time changes there before I call those out. We'll see how those, let the computer do the work there. We've got lane number 2, but eyes on the pool here says Evan McPhee was in first, Justin Tao third, Porter Emery in fourth. Got some soft touch action happening there in lane number 2. Addison Baker finishes up here in fourth place. Coming up next, there we go. The time of 1:16.61, Evan McPhee wins that heat. Coming up next, heat 3, heat number 2 in lane 1, Amelia Connor. Lane 2, Isaac Wardle. Lane 3, Lorraine Moran. Lane 4, Owen Hartman. Lane 5, Oscar Astle. And in lane 6, Madeline Stoltz. Owen Hartman out to an early lead here, about a body length, as we come up after the flags, followed by number 2, Isaac Wardle. Isaac, one of our multi-sport athletes here in Olympus Aquatics. Recently competing in the ODP, Olympic Development Program Water Polo Tournament in San Antonio, returning back here to swim fast, get some times for the long course state. Finishing Owen Hartman. Coming into his third turn. He's got a steady lead going in it. We'll see if Owen can go his fastest. He's close here as he just breaks the 50-second threshold. Looking for under a 107 for, he's going to go 0.23, exactly why we have these meets. Next up comes Isaac with a time of 104.99, just getting under that 105. And in third place coming in is Lorraine Moran with a time of 108.33 here in heat number 4. Thanks for those of you who are joining along here online. Looks like there's several of you there. Where are you watching from? Who are you cheering for? I can guarantee they're going to come back and watch these events. My recommendation is give them a little shout out in the chat. Maybe I'll say something nice about them as we come through. Here comes heat number 3 in lane 1, Felicia Shee. Lane 2, Brighton Simons. Lane 3, Malia Matsumori. Lane 4, Max Rowland. Lane 5, Abe Astle. And lane 6, Eliza Arbiseth. This is in lane number 4, Max Rowland laying it down. Let's call him Coach for short. Looking good here as we get through the first 50. Coming up next here in lane number 2, that's Brighton Simons. And Abe Astle coming through here next, I believe. Yep, that's Abe. Abe and Brighton going stroke for stroke here, looking for second. Coach Max goes 52.34 with the 100-yard. He drops 8 seconds. He'll be happy with that. He's been training nicely. Coming in second in lane number 5, Abe Astle goes 59.30. And in lane 2, Brighton goes a time of 59.55 to see those top 3 finishers under the 00. It's a nice feeling for our coaches out there. Well done. Up next, heat number 4. Gabe Jones in lane 1, Matt Quackenbush in 2, Eric Chamberlain in 3, lane 4, Jade Garsting. Lane 5, Maddie Moran, and in lane 6, Will De La Garza. Coming in here at the turn, it's going to be pretty close. Let's see what the timer tells us. It's going to be lane 8, it says, but that's a warm-up lane, so that's not going to be right. Let's see. It's going to be in lane number 3, Eric Chamberlain. Eric's dad, Matt Chamberlain, holding the 100 butterfly record until just this last season. Matt Chamberlain in 1994 going 45.97, I believe, if my bad eyes don't tell me. In lane 3, 56.01. Got some work to do, but he's in the right place to do it. 54.97 goes to Matt Quackenbush. In lane 6 with a time of 55.37, Will De La Garza goes second, and in lane 3 with a time of 56.01, that's Eric Chamberlain. Coming up next is event number 4, the 10 and under 25-yard freestyle. Back to the cute stuff here. In lane 2, Ava Cedarholm. In lane 3, Isla Woodbury. Lane 4, Rachel Wilkinson.
We've got to clear them before we switch.
And the one that just now began in number 4, the 25-yard freestyle.
Coming through here in lane number 4 is Rachel Wilkinson, followed closely by Isla, whose goggles have come off. She's trying to clear those. She gets in at second place. And in lane number 2, Ava Cedarholm goes third place. Cute stuff there for our 10 and under 25-yard crew. Up next, heat number 2 in lane 1. Henry Astle, lane 2, Beatrice Stoltz. Lane 3, Ellie Sear. Lane 4, Charlotte Sear. Lane 5, Jack Frank. And in lane 6, Tess Shapiro. These 10 and unders are lined up, ready to go. Shout out here from Marty Gaylord for the Swenson brothers, Lakin and Connor in the chat. Thanks for playing along here. And these 10 and unders are lining up and they're ready to go. In the water clear, they've got 20, they're gonna go 25 yards freestyle here in lane number 2. Beatrice Stoltz going for it. Coming in close here in lane number 6, Tess Shapiro. Shapiro with a nice little late kick underneath the flags is gonna get there first with a time of 19.70. Up next in lane number 5 with a time of 20.28, Jack Frank, followed there closely by 21.88 in lane number 1 with Henry Astle. Up next, we go to the event number 5. 50-yard backstroke. We'll have 5 heats of the 50-yard backstroke. In lane number 2, Zach Kitt. Lane 3, Lucy Wecker. Lane 4, Hannah Turnbow. All right, they are off and in the water for their 2-yard trip in the pool here. Nice quick lead here in lane number 4. Hannah Turnbow turns it on. Turnbow makes the turn onto her second length. Nice smooth and steady stroke, steady kick coming through. Hannah's going to swim away with this one. Coming up after Hannah, Zachary Kitt. And in lane number 3, Lucy Wecker coming after that. That ball. Hannah comes in at a time of 37.63, finishing up here in second place in lane 2. The time of 46.61 is Zach Kitt. And in third place, 51.61 goes to Lucy Wecker. Coming up next, heat number 2. Cormac Stone in lane 1. In lane 2, Caroline York. Lane 3, Marley Barton. Lane 4, Bradley Johnson. Lane 5, Catherine LeBaron. And in lane 6, Austin McGee. Heat number 2 is off in the 50-yard backstroke. Good explosive start here in lane 6. Austin McGee comes underneath the flag, anticipates his turn, gets over and off. Looks legal from here. Here comes in lane number 2, Caroline York. On her way. Austin's going to swim away with this one. Going a time of a little soft touch. We'll wait for the computer to do its magic on that one. Caroline York coming in here in second place. Austin goes 48.37. That's going to adjust on the backup, is my guess. 51.81 in lane 2 for Caroline York, and Cormac Stone in lane number 1 finishes third with a time of 56.22. Up next in heat number 3, Addison Baker. Lane 2, Rex Van Closter. Lane 3, Miles Woodbury. Lane 4, Ellie Robinson. Lane 5, Rachel Wilkinson. And lane 6, Isaac Woodbury. And they're off and in the water. Big, strong breakout in lane number 6 with Isaac Woodbury. Just surfacing in the middle, Ellie Robinson coming out to challenge Woodbury. Ellie Robinson's going to be over the turns first by about a quarter of a second. Ellie gets up and going. Isaac coming in here, chasing on the knees here, coming in third place. Rex Van Closter in lane number, no, that's Miles. In lane number 3, Woodbury coming in. You're going to have 2 of the 3 on the podium here for this heat on the Woodbury clan. Number 1 on the finish goes to Ellie Robinson with a 35.73. Isaac Woodbury goes 37.27, and Miles Woodbury goes soft touches. We'll wait for the computer to come up on that as we get the adjustment. Goes 40.15 for Milo. Up next, heat number 4 in lane 1, Jeffrey Wilkinson. Lane 2, Jackson Taylor. Lane 3, Chrysander Luris. Lane 4, Ben Wilkinson. Lane 5, Annie Ukit. Lane 6, Crystal Baker. Pretty even heat here in lane number 4. Heat number 4, the duel between lanes 2 and 5, Jackson Taylor and Annie Kitt. As they come through, it's going to be close, too close to call, but this time it's going to be lane 2 goes 40.80 sneaking in here. That is Jackson Taylor, finished closely in lane 1 with a time of 41.87, Jeffrey Wilkinson. Coming up next, heat 5. In lane 1, Elsa Bringhart. Lane 2, Justin Tao. Lane 3, Will de la Garza. Lane 4, Alexander Lund. Lane 5, Ethan Tao. And in lane 6, Porter Emery. 2 explosive lengths of the pool here. This is Will de la Garza putting a stamp on it. My guess is Coach Tom is going to use these times for relay splits. De La Garza underneath the flags comes through here in 25.88. Coming up next here in lane number 4 goes at 32.55. That's Alexandra Lund with the finish. And in third place in lane number 2, Justin Tao goes 33.72. Up next, we have the mixed 5 and over 100-yard breaststroke. We have 5 heats of the 5 and under breaststroke. They are up and off. Matthew Ghosh in lane 2. Ali Rez in 3. Charlotte Sear in 4. Quinn Hansen coming up here in lane number 5. Coming in quick here in lane number 5, Quinn Hansen. They've made their turn and heading on the second 50. I'm going to go quiet here for just a moment and see if I can fix our timer camera so you can see our times as we finish here. I'll be back in just, hopefully, 20 seconds. All right, in the water now, we have heat number 2 of the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Zach Kitt. Lane 2, Marion Johnson. Lane 3, Connor Swenson. Lane 4, Isaac Woodbury. Lane 5, Estin Hansen. And in lane 6, Miles Woodbury. I think these Woodbury kids are going to sleep well tonight. They're racing just about every other race, if not every race, not unlike many of these kids. Through the first turn, Connor Swenson here in lane 3 out to an early lead. Being followed in lane number 4 by Isaac Woodbury. And in third place, Marion Johnson coming in. Milo coming in right after that. Lane number 3, Connor Swenson comes in, takes the dub with 111.64. Great swim there for Connor. His entry time was 140.19. That might have been when he was 10. Coming in next in second place in lane number 2, Marion Johnson with a time of 132.88, and Isaac on 133.43 round up. Top 3 up next, heat number 3 in of the 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 1, Jaden Liu. Lane 2, Rob Milner. Lane 3, Gabby Henry. Lane 4, Vincent Wu. Lane 5, Ava Hansen. And lane 6, Tyler Sink. Heat number 3 underway. In the middle of the pool there in lane number 4, Vincent Wu gets to the wall first. Being chased there by Gabby Henry. Henry making some time. Don't be fooled there by Rob Miller from Eagles. In lane number 2, coming up here as they make the turn here even on the intermediate split. In fact, Rob Miller gets there first with a split of 36.50. Rob Miller coming in here on his final length, has about a half a body length lead over Vincent Wu digging for it here, trying to make it up as they come underneath the flags. Gabby Henry looks like it's going to own third. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Miller from Eagles in lane number 2. The time of 1:18.13, not too far behind. Vincent Wu goes 1:18.74. And in third place there is Gabby Henry in lane 3 with a time of 1:20.40. Up next, heat number 4. In lane 1, Lorraine Moran. In lane 2, Isaac Wardle. Lane 3, Miles Moran. Lane 4, Colin De La Garza. Lane 5, Olivia Cowan. And in lane 6, Van Goach. And they're off and at 'em here. Thanks for joining along here. We've got a pretty good following of people watching. Coming in here in lane number 4, Colin De La Garza. Colin comes in a time of 31.15. Being chased here in lane number 3, Miles Moran making a run for it. Miles, another one of our multi-sport athletes. Miles participates in the Olympus Aquatics triathlon program as well. Followed in by, in third place here in lane number 2, Isaac Wardle. These athletes coming in. Nice strong touch there by Colin De La Garza. Goes 1:06.64. Followed by Miles, 1:09.50. Isaac Wardle goes 1:10.21 to round out our top 3. You can see everyone up there. Got our camera fixed. Coming up here, heat number 5 in lane 1, Justin Chamberlain. 2, Reef Yoked. Lane 3, Jack Saber. Lane 4, Bridger Sink. Lane 5, Maddie Moran. And in lane 6, Robs Barton. Big turn here, swimming so fast here in the middle of the pool. Jack Saber's blowing his cap off, being chased by Bridger Sink. Saber and Sink dueling here in the middle of the pool. Let's see who can bring it home in this last 25. Bridger coming in hard on that third 25. Gonna get up here to see if he can catch up with Jack. About halfway, half body length lead for Saber. He's gonna come in, looks like he's gonna hold on to it unless we have something miraculous happen here. He goes 56.34, followed not too far behind with Bridger. Goes 56.95. For reference, that's a new, both of those, if this were high school, those would both be new school records. Shout out to both those athletes. Just checking the scoreboard here. Bridger, a part of one of the best races I've seen in my 25-year career of aquatics this past year up at the state meet. Broke the state record. Came up, 2 of his teammates come up right after him and broke it again. Fantastic swims here. Technical swims from our Olympus crew. Up next, we have event number 7, the 10 and under 25-yard butterfly. We have one heat of the Munchkins here. In lane 2, Henry Astle. Lane 3, Rex Van Klooster. Lane 4, Isla Woodbury. And in lane 5, Jack Frank. They're in the water, ready to go.
Our next event, event number 8, the 50-yard freestyle. 8 heats in the next event. Swimming in heat 1. Lane 1, Ruby Ballas. Lane 2, Breckin Frank. In lane 3, Reed Wecker. Lane 4, Tess Shapiro.
Comes in. Quick finish there by number 5, Jack Frank. Goes 24.47. Soft touch in lane 4. Second place goes in lane 3 to 27.88. Rex Van Klooster. The key at that 10 and under age is just to get a legal swim. I saw a couple hands go up with our officials, so we'll have to check the DQ slips on that. But overall, pretty good stuff. Here we go, on to event number 8. We have 8 heats of the 50-yard freestyle today. We're actually going to be running the 50-yard freestyle tomorrow and heat 15 as well. 8 heats there tomorrow. Pretty sure they can swim in both days if they want. In lane 1, Ruby Fallis. Lane 2, Brecken Frank. Lane 3, Reed Wecker. Lane 4, Tess Shapiro. Lane 5, Bradley Johnson.
In the water now begins event number 8, the 50-yard freestyle. Swimming next in heat number 2. In lane 1, Marvin Martin. Lane 2, Lucy Wecker. Lane 3,
Coming off in lanes 1 and 2. Quick start there. Ruby Fallis and Brecken Frank going after it. Looks like Brecken's going to extend that lead coming under the flags here. Relying on that extra kick. It's going to get in there and go 38.96. Soft touch in lane 1. Computer will do the work on that one. 44.21 coming in lane number 6. That's interesting. I wonder if we had someone in the wrong lane there. Coming up next, in heat number 2, lane 1, Marley Barton. Lane 2, Lucy Wecker. Lane 3, Caroline York. Lane 4, Austin McGee. Lane 5, Catherine LeBaron. And in lane 6, Becca Jackson.
up next in event number 8, the 50-yard freestyle is heat number 3. Swimming in lane 1 of heat 3, Jack Frank.
Lane number 4, Austin McGee again, out having a great time with his races today, out to an early lead. Austin McGee comes in, hits that wall at a time of 31.49. Seated with a no time, so he will feel good about that. Coming in next, lane 3 looks like they finished in second place with a soft touch. We'll update that. On the board with a time of 43.11, showing in second place. They go to third is Lucy Wecker. Coming up next, heat number 3. In lane 1, Jack Frank. Lane 2, Crystal Baker. Lane 3, Quinn Hansen. Lane 4, Lucia Jeffries. Lane 5, Matthew Goach. And in lane 6, Emmy Wardle.
In the pool now is heat number 3. Up next, swimming in heat 4 of the 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Henry Rohrwasser. Lane 2, Marley's Rohrwasser.
Coming here in lane number 4, that's Lucia Jeffries. Being chased down by Emmy Wardle in lane 6. Those two coming in lane 4 with a time of 32.96. Lucia finishes chased down by Emmy with a time of 33.72. You know, just a 21-second drop for Emmy. Nothing huge. Good job. Shout out, Emmy. In third place in lane number 3, Quinn Hansen finishes with a time of 38.97. Up next, heat number 4, Henrik Rohrwasser. Lane 2, Marlis Rohrwasser. Lane 3, Lucas Wu. Lane 4, Ruth Snow. Lane 5, Addison Baker. And in lane 6, Estine Hansen.
Swimming next in heat number 5 of event 8, 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Annie Kitt. Lane 2, Ethan Tao.
In lane number 3, coming through here, Lucas Wu. Second place is going to be anybody's ball game here. We've got 3 or 4 athletes coming, most with goggles on their eyes. Coming through here in lane number 3, Lucas Wu takes the heat here with a time of 34.74. followed by, in lane 1 with a time of 38.17, Henrik Rochwasser. No, scratch that. Lane number 4, Ruth Snow finished in second place, followed by Henrik. Heat number 5 coming up right now. Annie Kitt in lane 1, Ethan Tao in 2, Chloe Whitehead in 3, Marion Johnson in 4, Nell Kowalczyk in 5, and Jackson Taylor in 6. Coming right down the middle, it could be anybody's swim, but it's going to look with a slight lead here. Nell coming through. Nell comes in and finishes with a soft touch. People, let's touch the pads underwater. We'll wait for the adjustment there. That's still not right. There we go. 32.24 is the computer adjusted time for Nell, followed by lane 4, the time of 32.6. Coming up in heat number 6 of the 50-yard free. Tyler Sink in 1, Ava Hansen in 2, Amelia Connor in 3, Madeline Stoltz in 4, Elsa Brigard in 5, and Chrysander Luras in 6. They're up and off the wall. In the middle of the pool, coming through here, Madeline and Amelia going head-to-head. It's going to come in. Lane number 4 with a time of 28.86. Madeline Stoltz finishes in first. In second place, Amelia Connor in lane 3, followed in lane 5. In third place with a time of 29.23, Elsa Bringard. Up next in heat number 7. Lane 1, Lakin Swenson. Lane 2, Elaine Liu. Lane 3, Eliza Arbiseth. Lane 4, Becca Bringard. Lane 5, Isaac Wardle. And lane 6, Desiree Kitt. Swimmers coming in, too close to call. It's going to be lane 1 from the outside. 26.09, Lakin Swenson goes to 26.09, improving from 27.89. Second place in the middle of the pool, Becca Bringhart goes 26.44. Up next, heat number 8. Brighton Simons, lane 1, Quackenbush 2, Jack Saber 3, Eric Chamberlain 4, Max Rowland 5, Abe Astle. Race of the day here, coming through underneath the water and surfacing there in lane number 3, Jack Saber trying to be chased down here by Max Rowland. They're going to come in, and Saber's going to go 21.68. Followed in lane number 2 by lane number 5, Max Rowland in second place, 22.65. That one's almost too fast for a camera to keep up with. My goodness. Coming up next, event number 9, 5 and over 100-yard backstroke. In lane 2, Ellie Robinson. Lane 3, Porter Emery. Lane 4, Hannah Turnbow. These athletes are going to go 4 lengths of the pool backstroke. On the intermediate turn in lane number 2, Ellie Robinson, splitting 38.29. Ellie coming through here, finishing strong with a 3 or 4 body length lead over her nearest 5 and over competitors, Porter Emery and Hannah Turnbow, all with great swims here. She comes in with time, soft touch time. 118.10. Coming up next, heat number 2. Ollie Reyes in lane 1, Elsa Bringhart in 2, Justin Tao in 3, Ethan Tao in 4, Nell Klausic in 5, and Miles Woodbury in 6. Lane number 3, Justin Tao. Off that first turn and into the lead by half a body length, being chased down by number 2, Elsa Bringard. At the intermediate turn, lane number 3 splits 36.13. That's Justin Tao. Justin extending his lead, being followed by Elsa in lane 2 and Ethan in lane 4. That looks like that might be our finishing order here. Ethan with a little kick, trying to duel for second place. Obviously no points in this meet, just for time, trying to get qualifying time. Justin goes 1:15.11, followed by lane number 2, 1:19.26, Elsa Bringard. And in lane 3, a time of 1:19.36, Ethan Tao rounds out the podium for that heat as they line up and get ready for heat number 4. Up next, in lane 1, Amelia Connor. Lane 2, Lorraine Moran. Lane 3, Becca Bringard. Lane 4, Benjamin Goach. Lane 5, Preston Tang. And in lane 6, Madeline Stoltz. They're off for a 4-length journey of the pool. Up first and out of the water in lane number 4, Benjamin Goach. Extends that lead to a body length. Second place being challenged in lanes 2 and 5. That's Lorraine Moran and Preston Tang. Most of our athletes here today are from Olympus, but we've got, I believe it was 19 athletes from our friends just up the hill at Eagles participating, and 3 or 4 athletes from Harriman, from South Valley, coming in to work to get some times. Under the flags and up and off they go in lane number 4, Benjamin Goach. Still holding about that 1 body length lead. Second place is anybody's game here in lanes 2, 3, and 5. Lorraine, Becca, Preston gonna swim for it, and in the end it's gonna be in lane 3 with a time of 1:06.21. Excuse me, lane 4 in first place with a time of 1:06.21. Benjamin Goach finished next in lane 3 with a time of 1:07.3 is Becca Bringert. Up next, our 4th and final heat of the 100-yard backstroke. Lane 1, Felicia Shee. Lane 2, Robs Barton. Lane 3, Will Jones. Lane 4, Owen Hartman. Lane 5, Vincent Wu. And in lane 6, Gabby Henry. Off and out quick here in lane number 3, Will Jones. Will Jones exploding through that first 50 with a time of 25.17. In second place, Robs Barton. In third place, in lane number 4, Owen Hartman. Both those athletes are over the wall. Just a half length left here for Will as he finishes underneath the flags. Will goes 52.00 on the 100-yard backstroke. Chased down at the time of 57.27 for Robs Barton. Sitting here next to Dad, pumping his fist. He likes that one. In lane number 4 in third place, Owen Hartman goes 58.45. Bradford Johnson says, have this live stream is the best ever. You know what? I think you're right. I can't disagree. I mean, I've got front row seats here and a fan blowing on me, but it's about 100,000 degrees here at the Olympus Aquatics Natatorium. I tell you that. It's kind of nice to be able to sit there and sit in your air conditioning, get a close-up view, maybe enjoy some nachos and a beverage. Not a bad thing. Coming up, inspiration for this Game On Live studio. My favorite event every 4 years, the Summer Olympics. Can't wait. Right now in the water, though, we've got the 10 and under 25-yard breaststroke. Are you kidding me? The cutest thing ever. In lane 2, Ava Cederholm. Lane 4, Rachel Wilkinson going for it. My favorite thing about these 10s is they hit that wall and they are out looking for snacks within 3 seconds of finishing. There's no sitting around looking to see what's happening. Great swim by both of those athletes. Coming up next, heat number 2. In lane 2, Henry Astle. In lane 3, Charlotte Sear. Lane 4, Ellie Sear. Lane 5, Isla Woodbury. Some of the cutest little girls you've ever seen. Sear twins going to battle here, followed by Isla Woodbury. Let's call her Firecracker for short. She finishes lane 3. Charlotte with the dub. Ellie takes 4. And in lane number 5, Isla Woodbury takes 3rd place. Up next, event number 11. I believe this is our final event of the afternoon session here before we go into tomorrow. I need to double check that. I believe we're just doing the first 11 events. We have five heats of the 50-yard butterfly. In lane 2, Jackson Taylor. Lane 3, Reed Wecker. Lane 4, Chloe Whitehead. Coming in this 2-length battle of butterfly.
The 50-yard butterfly event number 11 is underway. In the pool now is heat 1, swimming next in heat 2. Lane 1, Zachary Pitt. Lane 2, Austin McGee. Lane 3, Kristen Baker. Lane 4, Lucy Wecker. Lane 5, Evan McPhee. And in lane 6, Ollie Ray.
Coming in here in lane number 4, Chloe Whitehead. Goes 38.92. Reed Wecker. Looks like he's going to finish in here, getting those arms up and over. In lane number 2 goes 50.64. And in lane 3, coming in here, Reed Wecker. Soft touches, but it will adjust. Goes 102.22. Coming up next, heat number 2. Zach Kitt in lane 1. Lane 2, Austin McGee. Lane 3, Crystal Baker. Lane 4, Lucy Wecker. Lane 5, Evan McPhee. And in lane 6, Ollie Reyes. Quick start here in lane 2, Austin McGee. Excuse me, in lane number 5, Evan McPhee. Those two should start a band, McGee and McPhee. Great turnover here by Evan in lane 5. Austin, I think this is going to be his first second place. Evan goes 31.87. 35.18 in lane 2 from Austin. Still waiting for third. Coming up next, heat number 3 in lane 1, Lucia Jeffries. Lane 2, Addison Baker. Lane 3, Nell Klausic. Lane 4, Jeffrey Wilkinson. Lane 5, Emmy Wardle. And lane 6, Marion Johnson. Into the wall first there in lane number 2, Addison Baker. Addison comes off the flags, extending that lead. Coming down here in second place, a duel from the edges in lanes 1 and 5, Lucia and Marin. Followed not too far behind by Emmy Wardle in 5. Coming into the wall in lane number 3 goes Soft Touch. That'll adjust. But we know lanes 6 will finish in second place with a time of 40.85 for Marin. And in third place will be a time of 40.91, Lucia Jeffries. Time adjusts for lane number 3 with first place, 38.83. Up next in heat number 4, in lane 1, Justin Tao. Lane 2, Connor Swenson. Lane 3, Kara Iverson. Lane 4, Porter Emery. Lane 5, Ava Hansen. And lane 6, Van Wilkinson. Off to the quick start here. Connor Swenson going after it. Connor Swenson swims away with it, 28.59. Coming here in lane 1, Eliza Arbiseth. Lane 2, Elaine Liu. Lane 3, Robs Barton. Lane 4, Luke Garstang. Lane 5, Alexandra Lund. And in lane 6, Madeline Stoltz.
And the winner now completes event number 11, the 50-yard butterfly. Up next, the 200-yard freestyle, event number 12.
Coming through, Elaine. Nope, that's Luke Garstang in lane. Long again, Robs Barton in lane 3. There we go. Robs goes 25.41. Luke Garstang goes 26.77. And in lane 3 with a time of 28.57, Elaine Liu. Up next, event number 12. In lane 1, Becca Jackson. Lane 2, Hannah Turnbow. Lane 3, Sydney McGoolby. Lane 4, Crystal Baker. Lane 5, Isaac Woodbury. And in lane 6, Tom Sundberg.
Heat number 1 in the pull down, swimming next. Heat number 2, lane 1, Desiree Kitt. Lane 2, Olivia Cowan. Lane 3, Gabby Henry. Lane 4, Becca Bringard. Lane 5.
Off the first turn here in lane number 6, Tom Sundberg with Eagles. Tom Sundberg still extending his lead here. Entered as a no time, just trying to get in. He's going to dive in here, just trying to get under 200. Just misses, 200.31 for Sundberg. Coming up here next in lane number 3, Sydney McElwee touches with a time of 2:36.93. Nice best there by 4 seconds for Sydney. In third place, finishing here in lane number 2, 3:02.91. She had 150 to go. He had the next heat up. They're going to let her go. Crystal Baker is going to finish this 200. Stopped at the 150. We'll excuse her. She's only 9 years old. I bet you weren't swimming 200 yards when you were 9 years old. She's catching her rival here, Becca Jackson from Eagles, in lane 1 after giving her a little bit of a head start. Good stuff happening here at Olympus High School Pool in this 2021 Summer Splash meet. Finishes in a time of 4:15.52, and in lane number 1, Becca Jackson goes 4:17.06. Great job, swimmers. Up next, heat number 2, Desiree Kitt in lane 1, Olivia Cowan in 2, Gabby Henry in 3, Becca Bringard in 4, Isaac Wardle in 5, and Elsa Bringard in 6.
Heat number 2, the event 12 at 200-yard freestyle in the water now. Swimming next, the final heat of the
Off the wall, Olivia Cowan.
in lane 1, Dixon Blue, lane 2, Eric Chamberlain, lane 3, Matt Quackenbush. Swimming in lane 4, Alex Stewart, lane 5.
Olivia takes the first intermediate split, 28.99. Lanes 2 and 4. That's Gabby Henry in 3, lanes 2 and 4. Olivia Cowan and Becca Bringard dueling. It looks like Olivia hanging on there. Will be in second on the 100 split. Gabby turns first with a 00.6. Olivia 101.38 on the split, 102.15 here for Becca Bringard. Coming into the 150, Gabby Henry being challenged here now by Olivia. They're going to come over even. Olivia goes 133.84 to 134.05 for Gabby. 134.5 here in lane 3 for Becca. We've got our best race here of the day. Quick off the wall. Becca bringing it in this 7th 25. Olivia breaks, fading here now. Gabby Henry. Becca Bringard here coming in with a great finish in lane number 4 with 204.87, followed by Olivia 206.36. Gabby goes 207.28 in lane number 3. Up next, heat number 3. Vincent Wu in 1, Eric Chamberlain 2, Matt Quackenbush 3, Alex Stewart 4, Gabe Jones 5, Colin De La Garza. Expect a great race here. Some big names in Utah swimming coming to get the times. Quackenbush over first in lane number 3. Quackenbush bracketed by Alex Stewart from Eagles and Eric Chamberlain from OA on either side of him. Quackenbush holding a .03 second lead on that first 50 split. Quackenbush comes off the wall with a half a body length lead. Matt Quackenbush hits, extends that lead to 3/4 as both Eric and Alex Stewart are holding on to the wake of Matt Quackenbush for dear life. Each turn gives them an extra quarter body length. Quackenbush extending here at the 100 with 52.83. Matt hits with the 150, 120.36. Followed by Eric Chamberlain, 122.70. Here comes Matt, getting in for the finish at the time of 147.46, followed by Eric 150.76, and in lane 3, Alex Stewart goes 150.98. Great swim there by all of our athletes. 2 events remaining here in our afternoon session. Up next, event number 13, the 100-yard IM. We've got 5 heats of that, followed by the 400-yard IM, 2 heats of that. Here in heat number 1, Chloe Whitehead, 2, Marlies Rohrwasser, lane 3, Ollie Reyes, lane 4, Henrik Rohrwasser, and in lane 5, Reed Wecker. 1 length of the pool of each discipline: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. Off to backstroke first, Chloe Whitehead. Excuse me. Chloe Whitehead hits that wall, comes off into breaststroke. Chloe coming into that wall. Off into freestyle. Next on to freestyle here in lane number 4, Henrik Rohrwasser. Henrik, great turnover, being goaded on by Coach Max, his coach. In lane number 1, Chloe Whitehead takes first place with a time of 126.80. Second goes to Henrik, 136.74. And in third place, we'll go to lane 2, 144.85. Coming up next, heat number 2 in lane 1, Lucy Wecker. Lane 2, Rob Miller. Lane 3, Estine Hansen. Lane 4, Jeffrey Wilkinson. Lane 5, Emmy Wardle. And in lane 6, Rex Van Klooster. Quick out of the water in lane 2, Rob Miller from Eagles. Being chased down, or second place here by Emmy Wardle. Hit the wall with 2 hands and off into backstroke. Miller completes the first 50. And off to breaststroke, still being chased in second by Emmy Wardle. Rob Miller cruising here to a victory in the second heat of the 100-yard IM. Followed next by Emmy Wardle. Rob going 1:15.42. Emmy going 1:29.95. Third place rounded out. With some soft touches there. We'll have to let the computer work that out. Up next is heat number 3 of event number 13. In lane 1, Lucas Wu. Lane 2, Annie Kitt. Lane 3, Marin Johnson. Lane 4, Evan McPhee. Lane 5, Nell Kolauzik. And in lane 6, Quinn Hansen. Lane number 4, Evan McPhee in with the first intermediate split. Cruising here on their 4:25 in. Evan McPhee on to Freestyle, followed closely by Nell. Third place coming to Marin Johnson in the water. Evan McPhee will take this heat with a time of 1:18.14. Followed by Nell, time of 1:23, and in third place in lane 3, 1:26.10 for Marin Johnson. Up next, heat number 4. Chrysander Luris in lane 1. Ben Wilkinson in 2. Kara Iverson in 3. Ben Wilkinson in 2. Kara Iverson in 3. Lucia Jeffries in 4. Jaden Liu in 5. And Ethan Tao in 6.
We have heat number 4 in the water now of event 13, the 100-yard down. One more heat in this event, heat number 5. Behind the blocks in lane 1.
Off the first split first, off the first length in lane number 3, Kara Iverson. Kara hits that wall. Getting ready for some breaststroke. Then to lane 6, Ethan Tao. In third place in the water, lane 4, Lucia Jeffries. Cruising in here in lane number 3, Kara Iverson goes 118.75. Looks like lane 6 is coming in next. Ethan Tao is going to go a time of 127.92. Followed in lane 4 with soft touch. Lucia Jeffries will take that spot. Coming up next, our 5th and final heat of the 100-yard IM in lane 1, Elaine Liu. Lane 2, Will De La Garza. Lane 3, Jade Gardsang. Lane 4, Luke Gardsang. Lane 5, Reef Yoked. And in lane 6, Alexander Lund. Lane number 2, Will De La Garza. Coming in hot. Hits that wall. A little bit of a crash. Goes into the breaststroke. Extends his lead over lane number 3, Jade Garstang. But Jade coming in hot here, making up some space with each stroke. Luke Garstang, Reef Yoked. Come off that wall. Got a fun little race happening here for second. It's going to be a drag race. Luke Garstang saying, my little sister's not beating me on this one. 58.06 for Will De La Garza, 59.77 for Luke De La Garza. In third place, I believe, on the board shows lane 5, Reef Yoked. Still waiting for the adjustment. He hangs in there for third, and in fourth, Jade goes 101.15. Coming up next, we have event number 14, the 400-yard IM. In lane 1, Maddie Moran. Lane 2, Miles Moran. Lane 3, Will Jones. Lane 4, Nika Morton. And lane 5, Alex Stewart. 4 lengths of each discipline: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. Will Jones comes into the third 25 of butterfly with a half a body length lead over Nika Morton. Will hits that wall and off to backstroke. Will Jones coming in halfway here through his first 200, finishing the 100-yard backstroke off to breaststroke. Goes a time of 1:54.55 on the intermediate split.
We're about halfway through our first 400 event number 14. Swimming in heat 2 of event 14. Up next, lane 2, Felicia Shee. Lane 3, Mayday Monsolori. And in lane 4, Owen Hartman.
Coming in hot here, on to the second 50, Will Jones. Holds about a body length lead over Nika Morton. Third in the water is in lane 2, Miles Moran coming in, going off onto his second 50 of breaststroke. In lane 5, Alex Stewart. In lane 6, Matty Moran dueling here. Off to his last 100. Will Jones goes into freestyle. Nico working to catch him, but Will extending that lead to about 2 body lengths. Last 50 here for Will. Stroke starting to shorten a little bit, but still extending that lead. Working hard. Coming here under the flags, Will Jones goes 406.8. Nico 411.22. Good swims by both those athletes. In third place, in lane number 2, Miles Moran goes 436.59. Alex Stewart goes 444, and Matty comes in here swimming against the boys, going 452.39. Up next, our final event and heat of the day, event number 14, heat 2, 400-yard IM, and lane 2, Felicia Shi, lane 3, Malia Matsumori, and in lane 4, Owen Hartman. In lane number 4, Owen Hartman.
Again, we ask to help us out as you leave the pool this evening. Please remember to take all your personal belongings.
Through his third 25 of the 100-yard butterfly. Looking solid here.
And we're all excited to see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks for those of you who have been following along online. We'll get through this. We'll be back tomorrow morning, starting with event number 15, the 50-yard freestyle. I'll be here. Meet starts at 8 a.m. We'll have the stream rolling and ready to go. Lost our main camera battery. We added a new battery there. Get it. See if we can get it going for this last race. Sorry about that. Luckily we have some backup cameras here to be able to watch. In the water we've got Owen Hartman still extending his lead on the breaststroke. Hartman off to free. Some quick acting by our producers here. Got our camera back. We'll be able to watch the end of our race here. We got a nice angle there on Owen coming in on the long side. In second place in lane number 3, Malia Matsumori. And in lane number 2, Felicia Shi. Just a 50 remaining here. Owen should be coming in to his finish. Gonna finish with a time of 4:41.92. Nice job there by Owen. Finishing up now here in lane 3, Malia. Malia finishes with a time of 5:07.82. And in lane 2 with a time of 5:12. Felicia Shi. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Sean Stringham with Game On Live Studio and Olympus Aquatics. We'll be back tomorrow morning for day 2 of the OA Summer Splash. Until tomorrow, peace.